Yo, Firekeeper, how you doing, man? Welcome back. All right, put this here. Should be good. Okay. Yo, Blackbrain, how you doing, man? Seven p.m. here, very cold. Very cold in South Africa, really. What's up, Goldmask? What's up, Chirico? How you guys doing? What's up, Plant? Wonder if this dude will be back with his alt. Dude, they will always be back, man. Remember, it's winter in the southern hemisphere? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what it's like winter for you, though. For me, winter, it's, you know... For me, winter, it's minus 30 degrees Celsius. That's winter for me. I don't think that's winter for you, though. Get minus 5 Celsius? Really? Do you get snow? Do you actually get snow there? That's interesting. And there's like hot summers and cold winters. Yeah, in Canada, it's 30 degrees Celsius in summer when it's hot, and then minus 30 degrees Celsius in the winter when it's cold. But usually, like for most of the year, you're mostly going to be at like let's say 26 degrees Celsius in the summer, and then let's say like minus 20 in the winter. Yo, Mungus. Hot pepper enjoyer, eh? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm thinking, I don't know which weapon to use today to like mix it up a little bit. Zoe off perfume. Thank you, Mungus. I appreciate that you care about about me dying this stream. You know what? Let's keep going with the whole club that we had going on last stream. Because I think this is interesting, and I feel like I have not fully explored it. I wonder what's the fire damage difference. I did not even check for these. Like for this one, I feel like having something with a little more range would be nice. Like, what about this? Why not? Yeah, and this is fine. Okay, let's go with that. We could try pickaxe. Well, I'm not gonna try something that I know is bad. I mean, I'm sure in invasions I could make some of it work, but it's still pretty bad. Okay, just damage-wise though, I just want to see. This is 813. Wow. And this is 719. So this great mace, there's no point in having it fire infused, basically. Put Bragger on the other one. There you go. Double Bragger Bleed Great Club. I'm actually thinking about trying Double Hammer again today. But I wanna get comfortable with the two-handed moveset first. Game's a lot more dead right now, though. There you go. Doing Nightreign bots? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We are Wednesday. I think they changed bosses on Wednesday too, actually. Now that I think about it. Close. Definitely does good damage. Oh, that lot is nasty. Oh god. Okay. Probably gonna need some PvE for this, because the lat's too high. One of them died? Yeah, they did. Yes! Please kill. That did not reach, but whatever. Thanks, whatever teammate that is. So latent. You just double roll everything. And the host has some nasty phantom range. And they stick to each other. Right. Yo, Vale, how you doing today, man? You finally found a way to sleep comfortably? Well, we rejoice about the little things that matter a lot. It gets better if I do that. Nice. I don't know how the other guy fell off. That's funny though. You can't bring yourself to play the PvE again? Just wait for the next massive DLC, dude. You're gonna... you're gonna get back into it. At least they made the world less empty in the DLC. Oh, okay, you had the sarcastic face after that. I was about to say, no, they didn't. Kinda like Elden Ring PvE. I like Nightreign PvE, so that must mean I like Elden Ring PvE. It is pretty dead today, I must admit that activity is very, very low. Everyone's at work or school right now? Yeah, probably. I think even EU time, it's a little too early. You people just come back home right now? Damn, look at that. That is pretty dead. You still playing Oblivion? No, I'm not playing anything right now. I'm just way too busy at the moment. I'm not gaming right now. No! Ah! Almost. For you, it's 7 p.m. in France? Okay, I mean, 7 p.m. is usually prime gaming time, right? Like, right after dinner. People come back from work, they eat, and then they game. Plus, it's the summer holidays. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Damn. My tone was less annoyed when I was playing Dark Souls 3. I mean, it's probably because Dark Souls 3 is more fair, honestly. You know, FromSoft always keeps saying that they want their game to be difficult but fair, but when it comes to Elden Ring PvP, they definitely failed at that. The second R2 could roll catch? Oh! I mean, it is fast. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try, like, running attack into R2 into R2. Really good invasion. Just what I deserve. Elden Ring is just fair to the casuals. I don't think I would call it fair. when a game does not reward skill and gives a participation medal or like a chance to win to everyone equally. I don't think that's fair. First half you were too medicated, and then the second half was cheaters. That sounds about right. That's a true Veil stream. Oh, testicle. One testicle. That was weird because I got my R2 cancelled and I did another queued R2. It was just a weird sequence. Like Club R2 is pretty good. I don't think I would say good. I mean, it's alright. I don't think I would call it good though. Doesn't have enough forward momentum for me to consider it like pretty good. Epee R2 after buff. Yeah, Epee R2 is a good R2. What's up, Mook? The shield name is Icon Shield. I removed the doorknob though from the shield. You know, because I didn't want my enemies to grab onto it. Icon Shield was like in every game? Yeah, I think so, right? You're excited for the Switch 2 launch? You're gonna invade right away on release date? Dude. Firekeeper, you need to release footage of like the terrible connections that you see. We need to see it. Great Shield on back should disable backstab? That would be a horrible mechanic. My backstabs are already like kind of flawed as they are right now. That would make them even worse. Still play 38 end? No, I'm at 42 end. I play on 14 decks right now. Like if I want 18, I need to do that. That's well, that's while waiting for Tarnished edition, because with Tarnished, I'm probably gonna like rebuild everything around the new armor. I'm like gonna rebuild everything around the new armor, like see like what endurance makes sense for that. I'm probably gonna go back to 38 endurance and like 18 dex, to be honest. We found an outsider. Oh, good thing he unlocked there. That second R2 is surprisingly fast. I don't think he expected that quick of a follow-up. Like, the release itself is quite quick. Telling you it catches a panic roll? I don't think I think it doesn't just catch a panic roll. I think it catches someone off guard too. Like someone that's like ready to roll, right? Like someone that's just waiting to reaction roll something. I think it might catch those as well. Because the release is quick. What if we charge it? Fully charge? I don't know. That armor is really busted. Which armor are you talking about, Mook? Oh, you guys are talking about backstab negating armors in Dark Souls 2? Yeah, Jester armor and then that turtle back armor, forgot the name. Yeah, those two made the game kinda shit, honestly, in my opinion. Like, the backstab mechanic was important. I mean, it's always an important mechanic in every Souls game. Way more important than the parry, honestly. So, when you have, like, an armor that just negates the mechanic, it's just very lame. Whoa, the bear almost got me hit there. It's the guys we killed earlier, but now that they killed the bear, it makes it a little trickier. Oh, but there's another one here. I wonder if I would do more damage with this. Where's Bear at? Oof, man, the latency there. There would attack there. There you go. Perfect. Yo, Steve, thank you so much for the resub for 30 fucking months, man. Thank you so much, Steve. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Weapon name. This is the Curved Great Club. Didn't they nerf Raider moveset? I mean, Raider is pretty strong right now, though, in Nightreign. Like you can face tank a lot of stuff if you build right. You made a 60 strength for fun, and the damage difference between 54 and 60 feels super noticeable. Yeah, Vel, I remember when I fought Green when he was on his 150, he likely had like 80 strength, and he was doing so much more damage than I did. It was definitely something. Probably just the two-handed tally putting in more work. Yeah, that's true. The two-handed tally does kind of skew these numbers a little bit, because the more AR you got, the more damage that two-handed tally is going to be doing, really. That makes sense. It's a good point. There's a few of them here. Getting to face tank sounds kind of boring. Yeah, I think Wilder is the most fun class, man, in Nightreign. I don't think it's really really close for me either. The back-end blade squad can be challenging. He just missed point blank. Thank you, Knight. Oh, the lat here. Dude, that crouch is nice, man. We hit him early on the last hit, too. I think these guys were probably on New Game Plus something. Is that the longest hammer? No, not at all. But it has some weird property where the elemental damage scaling is higher than usual. Like, check this out. This is strength, does 719 versus, like, let's say this great mace here. Oh, actually, I de-infused it. But like, you see how like this mace here does more damage, heavy infused, This one does 813 fire infused. And then if you actually fire infuse this one, you'll see like the damage is 792 instead of 813. So like this club basically has better scaling. It's not that. Sorry. Yeah, longest hammer is Devour Scepter, like you said, I think. But like, if you want the longest with an ash, it's this club here, the large club. So technically, large club, like, is definitely very good because it's the longest one that you can put an ash on. But this one is a nice kind of like in between of good damage and range. Yo, Muda, thank you so much for the resub for 44 months, dude. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Obviously, also you have like the Great Star that has bleed already built into it. So that can be cool as well, or useful. Because it has some good range too. But generally speaking, I think I prefer not doing bleed for these hammers, unless maybe I'm using 2 of them. I think I prefer going straight for damage for this, with some range. You definitely need some range to make it usable. I don't know if he saw me, but now he does. Should physic. Not really sure all these jumps made sense, but oh well. Remember G beat Consort Redon with double bleed Great Stars? Yes. Yes, I did. And honestly, that's like one of the reasons why in my inventory, deep buried within, I keep an Endure Great Star. This is basically my PvE Slayer setup. That shit is just so good against PvE. You know, just spamming jump attacks. Spamming jump attacks, getting the bleed proc. Just so good in PvE, man. Blood Crusher is great. Yeah, now I need to fucking set up Blood Crushers in my inventory now. Because Blood Crushers is the real deal. Like, Blood Crushers are so useful in Invasion. So good. Well, speaking of Great Stars, I think we should use this opportunity to very little damage. close. This guy does not have the requirement for his weapon. Oh, I ate my input. To give up. Let's give them the poo-poo. When his friend died, he just started teabagging and gave up, man. Oh, that's funny. That is pretty funny. To be honest, like, power stancing these feels a lot stronger to aggress people than just using the hammer two-handed. That crouch is good. Just that it doesn't do enough poise damage against people that are prepared. That's the only issue, really. No, there's no hyper armor on the power stance attacks. Yo, Amish, how you doing, man? Oh, return to his world. We're alone with the host. Think he gave up, maybe? He submitted. You have to accept it. And his friend left him. Now, next time we invade this guy, we're gonna get ganked. Felt bad for the host because his teammate, he left him. Like, that's one thing to give up, right? After, like, you fight with the advantage and then when the odds are not in your favor, you give up. But when you were supposed to have a teammate and you don't have it, a little different. And also, you don't attempt to be hostile either. That's another thing. Like, you don't attempt to be hostile from the very get-go. So he was trying to communicate, right? One down. Oh, we already had a teammate in there. Guy has that net. Good fight. Final thoughts on the funny curve sword hammer? I mean, it's not like I never used hammer before. Like, I already knew what they play like. I like it. I think in some situations they might be better than great swords even, because the crouch attack is more usable than great sword or great axes. Like the crouch attack on this makes it like a very good option. And the neutral R1 is very fast. Do hyper armor generally starts earlier than they did in Dark Souls 3? Or is it a generalization? No, it does in general, Mish. Yo, Steel! One sec, Steel. I don't have, I'm gonna need to read that afterward. Oh, here we go. Son of Killjoy. I ate my input there. Whew, scary. That was laggy. People told me about an obscure playstyle known as light roll. It's high risk, high reward playstyle, apparently. Could you try it out? Dude. Insane. High risk, high reward. I feel like I've actually read that somewhere too. Every casual says that? Yeah. Like, the casuals really like the light roll mechanic. They really like it. I mean, to be fair, it does help them, right? Like, it does help them a lot. That's probably why they like it so much. You trade having no armor to be more nimble, so it's balanced? Yeah, that's like the naive way of looking at it, but that's how they think about it. Yeah, indeed. TV ears love BHS. They don't love it anymore. They did back when the game came out and it was completely broken. Now they don't really use it. Why does it always eat the inputs in Elden Ring? Man, that's just a From Software problem. That's, I think that's because, like, certain actions, like, overlap and take priority upon one another. Basically just bugs. I mean, to make it simple. Bugs that From Software have not addressed in this game properly. Yeah, I'm assuming they're up here. Yeah, they are. Yeah, try light roll against Millennia, she'll never touch you. Oh yeah, that reminds me of when fucking Steel was fighting Millennia and you had like someone in chat like, oh yeah, like, I no-hit Millennia, it's like, it's easy, like, here's the vid of me doing it. And then the guy is just max level light rolling. Oh man. And like he panic rolls like every attack that Millennia does and just doesn't get hit because of the light roll. And then his damage is like super high because he's fucking max level. That shit had me dying, dude. That shit was so funny. Well, and the context was even funnier because Steel was attempting to beat Millennia at like 150 on medium roll. So, I mean, the contrast there was like, you know, you had the guy like fucking bragging over here on fucking on easy mode here. Oh wow, he missed that. I think he tried to attack out of everything. Bro, you can't make this up. He missed every... Dude, that guy's a paid actor, man. Yeah, I was a paid actor. I don't care what anyone said. He missed all of his ash. Like, seriously, you can't make that up. My man is free aiming. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. That shit was funny, though. Holy shit. Everyone missed every single one of them. Was paid by chat. I didn't pay him, but I think someone did in my stead, you know. That was funny. What's funny, Fat Roll was the most optimal before Promise Consort was nerfed. Why is that? Free aiming? Aiming free? Yes, aiming free. Thank you, Steel. Steel was the one who paid the actor. Yeah, the game is definitely slower today. I don't know if it has something to do with Nightreign, though. Also, for the Nightreign players in chat, what do you think about the boss rotation? Of, like, the boss rotation of the old bosses? I think I like the idea of, like, introducing, like, a new boss every week or so. I like that idea. But I wish they just kept them. Like, you know, like, instead of rotating them like that, I wish they just kept it because it's way more fun to, like, let's say, like, select all the bosses and randomize them than it is to just play, like, the same one over and over. And because the hard bosses give, like, an extra currency, basically the reward you get is higher for the hard bosses. Well, I mean, they're not really hard, but the quote-unquote hard bosses, the reward's better. The incentive is basically to always play those when they're... or always play that specific one that's available. So I don't really like this idea of only having one available at a time. Especially when they're reusing them like that. Because I would want to have them on a rotation when I play with a squad so that we mix it up a little bit. That it's not always the same thing. God, they got blocked. Dude, that was a difficult one, actually. I'm happy we survived that. It was a hard one. Yo, Johnny Mango, thank you so much for the resub for 9 months, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Good afternoon to you as well. Also, Alluvial, thank you so much for the gifted sub, dude. Thanks a lot, Alluvial. Yo, Canuck, how you doing, bro? Yeah, not sure what was the idea of rotating them. I think the idea is that they want to like imitate the live service model. It's sort of like when you take someone that's very naive, that's trying to copy something that's successful and doesn't understand why X or Y is successful. Like they're trying to make it like some sort of event, but in the context of Nightreign, where the content is very limited, and like in that specific context where the reward you get for beating stuff is like, it makes the rest of the base game kind of irrelevant. You're basically like funneled into only playing the one boss that's available, and that makes it kind of boring. So again, it's just another moment of like FromSoft not really understanding what they're doing, I think. Except this time it's not PvP, this time it's PvE, which is pretty rare. Because I think if they just added upon the bosses, it would make it more replayable, because you wouldn't be only playing the same one over and over. That's what I believe. It was fun, but not a lot of replayability for a roguelike. Dude, I'm in the same boat. I actually enjoyed Nightreign like quite a lot. It's just that right now, I mean, we've beaten the bosses so many times that now it's starting to get stale. And the hard bosses were like the refresh that the game needed, and it was fun to like get on to like play these new bosses with friends, basically. But because there's only one new one at a time, and the reward you get is the best for beating it, then you're really only incentivized to do that one boss that's available like every week. Which I think that's a problem, because like you said, the game already doesn't have that much content. You'd want to have like all these bosses on rotation, like all these hard bosses that they're making. Like I understand if like the new ones are not ready, right? Like development time is development time, but we have three bosses that are available right now, and we only get one at a time. I'd prefer have all of them at a time, so that I can rotate between them when I play with friends, to not like make it too repetitive, you know what I mean? Exactly how you and your friends feel. We hop on and there's new one for like one night, then just stop playing. Yeah. Also, that's another kind of little niche complaint, but I think at this, like when Nightreign released, the difficulty was like in a really good spot, because like people were new to the game, discovering the routes, the mechanics, what's optimal, yada yada, right? I think it was in a good place difficulty wise. Although the idea of like introducing hard bosses is also a great idea, because now that people have gotten used to the game, like the harder bosses make it more interesting and fresh again, difficulty and challenge wise. Although this is where my problem comes in. I think they're too easy. The new hard bosses, quote unquote, are a little too easy. I wish they gave more of like a significant challenge, you know what I mean? One second. All right. How is the activity today? Very low activity today. I think Nightreign needs more areas as well as bosses. Oh, dude, you're not gonna argue with me on that. I absolutely agree. I mean, this was basically this was my complaint in the network test, because in the network test, we already knew, like people were in denial, but we already knew from interviews that there was only going to be one map, really. And so, like, the event changes are really nice. Like, it's a nice addition, but, you know, like many people have said, like, it lacks in replayability because there's not as many variation as there could be. So I think everyone's on the same boat on that. But that being said, you know, it's probably, like, the first project for this team at FromSoft. It's fun. Like, the game is still a lot of fun. I'm happy about Nightreign, and I don't regret buying it either. And so at the end of the day, I'm happy with the game, and I'm probably still gonna keep enjoying it. It's just that there's a few things here and there that they can definitely improve on. He keeps showing his back like that. Wow, that lagged! That lagged, like, basically let him go scot-free. That's a true Pasha moment. Oh, he's lagging right now. That should not have hit either. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose. Basically lagged once to escape, and then lagged another time to get 2 free hits. Yeah, Pasha's lagging right now. Even that last hit was delayed. Is he wired or Wi-Fi? I mean, if he's wired, his connection is inconsistent. He's probably Wi-Fi though. Sometimes though, like a wired connection can feel like Wi-Fi when the cables are damaged, for instance. And it doesn't need to be like cables on your property either. It can be the actual lines, right? Like sure, I've told you guys the story about like squirrel eating the the internet cables outside. Yeah, exactly, Poison. The squirrels, man. Whoa, it's a little high. I think I can make it, but I'm not gonna take that risk for no reason. We saw the blue spawn like all the way back there. think I see the blue. Blue is still separated, but probably not gonna be for long. You know what, guys? Insane light roll. High risk, high reward gameplay, guys. Gonna keep these arrows for later. Dude, that blue though. I'm actually curious, dude. I'm so curious to know like how many people that blue has killed by spamming that shit and having people like walk into it. I'd be so curious to know that. Yo, Alluvial, thanks for the gifted sub to Moozone, man. I'm curious what neurons are firing when he gets blood flame 5 times in a row. That's a good question. He wouldn't do it a 4th time. Pulling shield down. There you go. Goated ambush. I liked it. If the host didn't have like his 2 effects and if he wasn't moving, that would have fooled me. If he didn't have like the obvious tell that they were in that would have fooled me, so almost. Where are we here? Oh. I'm not sure I'd like this spot for 3 people. Oh. You know what? Let's take the elevator. Fuck it. That's like such a bad spot to have to face the moon. Good thing I was full HP. That could have been bad there. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Oops, way back. Forgot to unmute. Oh shit, this place. Gotta be careful. It ate my input there. Well, I guess it worked out. Ate my input again right there. Okay, I guess it worked out again. It ate my input twice when I was blocking like this. I went to attack and nothing came out. You know, like, the input eating is not always dodging. Like, sometimes it's just it eats your input when you're trying to attack as well. You like the look of the Great Mace? Yeah, I think the Great Mace looks the best out of these hammers. I don't hate the look of the wooden one, but I mean, it's true that this one looks the best. That's some good damage on top of that. Definitely looks a lot shorter though. Like if we compare it here. Look at that. Holy shit. Look at that range difference, guys. That's crazy. See, like, the range difference between these two, at least the model, it's not that big, but this one? Holy shit. Like, makes I wonder where the box actually lands. This model-wise, man. Something. You destroyed the Great Mace in this game. Looks kind of lame compared to Dark Souls 3 Great Mace. That's true, though, that... I think I would have liked to have it a little longer. Blood canceling is worth, but goddamn it does devour your inputs. Yeah, dude, so true. The Black Steel Hammer looks the best, to be honest. I don't know, I don't like short hammers like that. I like it when they're a little longer, and not just gameplay wise, like fashion wise too. I feel like it looks strange when the hammer is too short, because it's like, you know, the weapons are disproportionate to your body, right? Like, they're way too big for a person to be carrying them. Like, we understand that this is a fantasy, but the length of the weapon is like shorter than what it should be if it was scaled up. I don't know if you guys follow me. Because, like, don't get it wrong, they, like, a lot of these weapons are invented, like, they're created by FromSoft. But a lot of them are inspired by real weapons or, like, real references that they have. I don't hate this mirror. Don't like the map, but I don't hate the mirror, though. Oops. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Oh, wow, that... What the hell? Okay. Had a lot of extra range there. just noticed he has the hang punch set. Oh, the range he has is nasty. Oh, come on. Hate the fucking roll input again. Ah, boy. And the range definitely surprised me. I don't feel like he played particularly good. It's just I got caught by some reach that I was not expecting, and then unfortunately I wasn't able to recover from that. I don't think we lose that matchup though. We replay that. Also, I think I was too aggressive in that fight. Because there are no boundaries, like aggressing is pointless as well. Yo, Bale, thanks for the gifted sub, man. Really appreciate that. And the game is so dead right now. I don't hate these hammer mirrors though. Like, it doesn't feel as brain dead as great sword mirrors. Some kind of event. Yeah, it's called the JeeNiNe stream. Good fight. Ooh, yeah. Flail. I think he's saying, I don't want to win. I think that's what he's saying. Oh, there's some strong lat between the two. I don't know why you'd throw pots like that. Ooh, I bet this game would be way more active if it was cross-platform. Absolutely. Especially between Xbox and PlayStation. I don't really see... Well, I mean, I know the reason why it's not a thing, but there's no, like, there would be, like, no downside from a player perspective. The only downside is for the developers. Like, there's a bunch of hoops with like, how, like, DLCs are handled, like... Although, to be fair, usually it's more an issue with games that have, like, save that can transfer over and, like, that have microtransaction. Because, like, the big thing is the consoles, like Sony and Microsoft, they don't want people, let's say, like, they don't want people to, like, buy a DLC on, like, another platform and have it carry over with the save to, like, another platform. AKA, like, let's say, like, I bought Elden Ring on Xbox, but, like, I bought the DLC on PlayStation, and, like, I would be able to play the DLC there. I think it should be them that fight the invader. Okay, I mean, I don't mind fighting, whatever. See, like, that right there, I'm not sure. Like, he had some extra reach. There we go. We avenged that. Thought there was another invader in there. Oh, Pasha is lagging. You guys saw that, right? Wanted to buff my weapon here. Maybe a little brain dead by me here. Also, our tier went off. He still has his. That's another problem. Have to be careful. Also, it's raining. Can I do that? No, I can't. I lose that because he has his tier and I don't. Double roll. There you go. The game wants you dead, tears runs out, starts raining. Yeah, I mean... it's to be expected. Great hammer is better than trusting sword. Guaranteed. Also 150. Are they 150? I mean, 125 can invade 150. Pretty sure that's what the souls were for. Maybe I should move up to 150 then. Oh me, that's free. We take that. Thought he would try to go to his friend. That was the host. I blame Steel for everyone being 150. That's his fault. Bringing the Dark Souls 2 meta to Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3 meta was better. 125 for life. That's why I like you, Clivy. That's why we get along, you see? It's so simple. You're set in your ways? Yeah, I'm the same, dude. I'm the same. You're also 125 addict. That's good. It's raining again. That's a hard counter to what I got. Maybe you can punish a little bit. I wanted to skip tiers so bad. I'm so happy I did it. We should do a lot of damage though. What's our connection like? Seems pretty good. I hate my input at first, but that gave us a roll catch. Oh wow, no hit on either of us there. I think he wins that because of the trade. I unlocked that. Yeah, he did that at first and it worked because we both had similar HP, but there he did the same tick and he was one shot. I have the matchup disadvantage here. I think to compensate, we're gonna go rot. And my physics is already off, so we're in no rush here. Questionable. It's going to be pretty difficult to get any hit in given our latency and his eye armor advantage. Okay, well, if he lags like that, it's going to be even more inconsistent. Oh, the lag. And this guy's connection is so ass. Okay, his connection is too bad. We can't have, like, a fight. Even with matchup disadvantage, like, connection is just not good enough. Gonna have to swap. Okay, well, I take it. Never mind. So many skips. Like, very inconsistent. His friend is fine, though. Like, his friend wasn't lagging. Like, we had, like, some phantom range difference, but there was no lag that I noticed. I think we're gonna put it off for a little bit. Waiting till the waiting so the tier wears off is the new meta. You need to try it. Yeah. Wish there was more activity today, though. Know where I'd want to invade right now? Here. Does finger spamming do anything, or is it just superstition? I think it does, but I think it's more fair to put it in the superstition category, because I don't have any proof that it actually does anything. But anecdotally, it definitely feels faster. Although today is just very dead. Like, today there's just not a lot of activity. Remember spamming Red Eye Orb in Dark Souls 3? Getting the feeling that it went faster, but you never noticed? I mean, that's exactly what I mean. I think someone did some testing and the refresh spamming actually helps a lot. I mean, it definitely feels faster when you do it. Like, if you were to just wait. Like, if I was to just, like, let's say I fire and forget, like right now. Let's see how long we wait. Yo, Ungun, how you doing, bro? No hit. Any other invade? Okay, question to invaders. How often do you see it happening where you can't switch to the other finger because you're stuck? Oh, that happens often. How many times have you tried to invade and didn't spam just to wait 10 minutes and died? Try to spam. Okay, so like you see there, like we tried to wait a little bit to get an invasion. You see, like we're not getting anything just by waiting. Let's try spamming it. I don't think it's anecdotal, man. I mean, all I have is this, what you just saw there. Like, you saw how, like, we just let it go, and it just wouldn't do anything, and then we spam it, and we get it, like, on the 3rd or 4th try. You see what I mean? It's like, even if the game's not very active, it definitely feels like you invade quicker,
Hey.
Oh my god. That's just... Jesus. Nice save. Boss is gonna die by PvE. Yep. Really good teammate there. Just sit back, you know, spam with the bow, no risk of getting killed. You know, if the host dies, it's not your fault, you know, it's the host that dies. I'm alive, I did good. Do you think the new classes will be more efficient for making PvP builds? That's a good question. Obviously, I can't really answer that because your guess is just as good as mine. Like, unless someone has seen some leak stuff related to like new classes and the stats they have, like we have no idea. No one knows. So I'm hoping they're better because I would like to have like a little bit of a shakeup. Like, it would keep the game fresh to have to redo all the builds. Would be entertaining for a little bit, right? That's how I see it. Oh boy. That's kind of bad. Got a blue in there as well. Okay, let's iron out the blue. This is annoying. We can't do anything. Okay, that's good that they just randomly decided to come here and not attack. That definitely plays in my favor. Oh shit! I thought he would get stunned. That was a perfectly placed spot, too. Okay, that range has a little extra apparently. Dude, I don't know the timing of that. Very difficult in such an open area to deal with that Ash, because it just has perfect tracking. It just keeps attacking forever, and that leaves you like really no window of opportunity to do anything. Good thing there are like 2 pillars here. That's the only thing that makes it possible to win this. I feel like the new class are gonna be like 100% like Confessor, where it's ridiculously inefficient except for like one build. I mean, that's kind of like what it is for the most part with like any build in this game, or any starting class in this game. It's like most starting class are actually like worse than Vagabond. It's like Vagabond is best for like, you know, like 90% of builds. Even magic builds sometimes, you know, it's and you have like hero that's maybe a little better for arcane, but like you said, like Confessor is just not very good stat spread, and yeah, you guys know. Okay, got this guy off. Was dead, I think. No, he resisted it. Come on, man. You stupid ass game, dude. It's so lame. So fucking lame. What sucks is we had that. Like, the moment we killed that, like, one of these over-leveled, like, we clearly had a path to victory there. They really didn't deserve that. It's just the game being fucking bullshit. Hate my input there. You're unreasonably excited for that armor? Yeah, same here, man. We Wilders like some knight armors. Solitude is 14. Well, Lionel helmet is 13 too. Gaping Jaw in 25.9. When is Gaping Jaw tonight, Clivy? Dude, when is Gaping Jaw, man? I'd be down to play. Nah, it's out right now. Oh, okay. Alright, stream's off, guys. We're gonna go play with Clivy and Canuck. Let's get I definitely need more than 2 crushers though. Mikela Night Sword when? Good question. Now that you look at the stats, it's like slightly worse Banished Night Helm. But it looks better and has 2 more poise. Well, I mean, it's not worse if it has 2 more poise. 2 more poise is pretty good for a helmet. The defense is almost worst everywhere. Yeah, I mean, that's the price you pay for 2 more poise. And you know why it's worse than everything, Vale? Because you don't pay for that update. If you had to pay for it, then it would be better everywhere. Does it weigh more than Banish? Yeah, that's a good question. Weight is very important. It's like Solitude is pretty good, except the weight is too much, so it's kind of shit. I think it was particularly good versus Slash, but not exceptional. So it weighs more than Banished? Ew. That's sad. Well, 0.4 is like 1 extra stamina point. But the defenses are better? No, they're not. It's heavier than Banish. The defenses are worse. The only advantage is you have 2 more poise. Although, I'm gonna be honest, you know, this helmet is good and all, the one we're discussing, but I'm more excited about the other one, the one we don't have info on. You know, the lighter looking one. That one looks better in my opinion. It's just gonna be Night Helm? Yeah, probably. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna become like fucking Baby Turtle and just wear some shitty knight armor with fucking no poise after that update. I wonder if you're gonna be able to salvage that knight armor by wearing like, you know, like pre-laid gloves and, you know, like bull goat leggings or something like that. I wonder if you're gonna be able to reach what you need to reach. Oh, that missed. It ate my input there. Holy shit. Hey, there's so many inputs eating with this hammer today. A mage moment? Yeah. Your MRI came out clean, you're healthy, you're very happy. Good for you, dude. Thanks for sharing that. It's always nice to hear, like, positive stuff that's important for anyone's life, really. Nice to get that, that positive news. Because very often we always talk about our problems because we need to share it, because it makes us feel better to discuss it and to not like keep it inside. But also nice when you hear the good stuff as well. What's crazy is, like, I remember when you know, when Shadow of the Erdtree came out, we were so excited for Solitude Armor. And in the end, it's like, a lot of us are hesitant to wear it because it's just not optimal. I mean, it's not even just not optimal, it's kind of bad for the weight. It's rough on the stats. Guys, do you think we reach? We did, but... Oh, he's leaving his buddy here. Yeah, exactly, Sam, man. Exactly, dude. Oh, dude. Also, I just noticed, Dang. There you go. Also, G tried Elden Ring FC without poise. It's much worse than default. What do you mean, the FC? Oh, there she is. Ah! Ghost scared me. Oh wow, we reached that. It's just the delay was so high. Jesus, the range. Look at the distance between us. That's crazy. Time to pull out rot. Never mind. Yeah, I feel that. Deceptive range. Well, it's really... I think it's, yeah, a little bit of that, but also the latency made it seem like so much more, like it had so much more range than it should have. So Solitude Greaves and Gauntlets are widely used by tryhards, combined with Gaius Armor and Lion Imp Head. Yeah, but that's ugly, Primordial. That's ugly as shit. No BS. Almost everything that makes 88 poise naturally looks ugly as shit. Yeah, that's true. Like, you'd basically need fucking Bolgoat tally to have, like, over 88, or to reach 88 without looking shit. What's the purpose of this profile picture? Which profile picture? You mean on PlayStation? On YouTube? I think Verdigris is the only heavy armor you like. Yeah, I think... I mean, I don't hate Verdigris. It's not my favorite. But it doesn't look, like, too ugly. I still like it. So it's like a good compromise, basically. And also, you're wearing, like, some of the best stuff when you're wearing it, so... You like Verdigris except the chest? I think I mostly like the helmet. Full Solitude hits like 90 something, doesn't it? Yeah, Full Solitude is probably the best fashion where you can reach 88, I think, naturally. Bruce Lee. Okay, so why do I have Bruce Lee as a profile pic? Well, initially it was mostly because of the philosophy behind Bruce Lee's approach to combat. Bruce Lee's approach to combat was to take the best of each discipline in order to make Jeet Kune Do. Now, by today's standard, Jeet Kune Do is not a very good martial art, but he was really like one of the pioneers that brought martial arts, like different martial arts from different schools together to create a superior martial art. So he basically like invented, so to speak, like the concept of MMA, even if it was in its infancy. And usually when you talk to MMA fighters, they don't really like to give a lot of credit to Bruce Lee because he never participated in any competition. So they mostly see him as just an actor. But at the end of the day, you know, that's what history tells us. And so I like this idea of taking the best from everywhere and then coming up with an improved version. And that sort of mindset really was very apparent in Dark Souls 3, because that's pretty much what we did in Dark Souls 3. We took the best out of each weapon and we created like a superior way of playing, a more effective way with neutral swaps. And you know, this whole playstyle developed into the meta that I'm sure if we watch like Dark Souls 3 today, like you'd see like everyone swapping constantly. And that is ultimately something that was developed with that mindset. The idea when I started doing these neutral swap was I was trying to take a weapon's weakness and then complement it with another weapon that had another strength. Like for instance, the first version of that was really soft swapping from greatsword to dagger, because greatsword lacked a roll catch, so by soft swapping you could get that roll catch. And with the greatsword you could get close to your opponent without them attacking because they were scared of the hyper armor. So the concept started from there. Then it started swapping instead of soft swapping, and then it got more complex with different swaps, with the Gundyr swap and Lido swap. Got more use cases out of it, but ultimately that was the idea. So that's why Bruce Lee is there for the channel picture. And also the fact that he's Asian and I'm Asian, so Canadian, Asian. There you go. Canadian, yeah, exactly. But guys, don't get it wrong. I'm not just Asian. I'm also Native American, and I'm also German, and you know, I'm also black. So you wouldn't really be able to tell. You can confirm since we're twins? Yeah, exactly. You know, a cool wake ups like Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls 1 and Gundyr from DS3. Man, you're opening a whole new can of worm here. I love Moonlight Greatsword wake up in Dark Souls 1. And, you know, Gundyr wake up in Dark Souls 3, not as rewarding, but still fun. And this game, man, the fact that they give you a free roll, like overlapping iframe for your first roll after you get backstabbed, it really limits what you can do as a wake up. I'll say, you know, spin slash on Nagakiba. You know, you might get someone on the follow-up. Oops. Might get someone on the follow-up. Ooh. Compelling gameplay, guys. Can't aggress because Ice Armor coupled with Pew Pew. It's not my turn yet. And the insane fucking shit range, too. Okay, now we start over. Got his FP back. Not my turn yet. There you go. Not my turn yet again. Oh, this guy did not even push. We got a teammate. Now it's gonna be my turn. Come on. Holy shit, net. Jesus Christ, the latency is nasty. That's what I like about the rod bundles in this game. Like, you can keep whatever weapon that you have that's bad with lat and make it somewhat work just by using these bundles. You can't roll frost damage proc from the frost greatsword spell. That is indeed a fun fact. Holy shit, I didn't know that. You can, but it has a double hitbox. Oh, so it's basically unlikely that you're gonna roll it because of the double hitbox. Because once the frost procs, you get hit by the other hitbox, basically, is what you're saying. That makes sense. Best turn-based game since Pokemon? Yeah, so true, dude. Wonder if he's by himself. He definitely looks determined. He has this Obi-Wan Kenobi vibe to him. A best cover shooter since Call of Duty. So basically since last year. uh. I think the G Banana started because I'm the Ape King. And the Ape King started... it was somebody who used that as an insult. Because, like, the meaning of it was... that, basically that... I would never back down from, like, I'd never back down from someone, like, saying some bullshit or, like, some... It's like if someone, let's say if someone claimed that they were better than me, like, I would be, like, on them and, like, posting vids that it's not true, right? Which made me the Ape King. And so to turn that insult against them, I started using it as a brand, and I started making t-shirts and selling t-shirts with that. And so that was, like, my way of transforming, like, an insult to something useful. And I believe G Banana also came from that. Tactical question: how much hyper armor we get from small hammers in general with enhancing it? What do you mean with enhancing it? Do you mean with Bull Goat? Because, like, hyper armor, I don't know the numbers by heart, but hyper armor is very similar across the board for what you can and can't tank. Like, for instance, you're gonna be able to, like, tank pretty much, like, all the light attacks, and if you have Bull Goat, you're gonna be able to tank, like your great sword type attacks and that sort of stuff. Without Bull Goat, you can't. And you're not gonna be able to tank, like, most R2s. But it's, like, not specific to hammers, per se. The only thing that varies a little more is, like, the poise damage that weapons do. Without enhancing it. Okay, well, the hyper armor you get is basically, like, the same across the board. Like, it's... For small hammers, like maces... the hyper armor is very similar to, like, other weapons like that, like great sword, that sort of stuff. I mean, it differs a little bit from one class to the next, but... For the most part, in practice, it's very similar. Like I said, you're gonna be able to hyper armor through, like, pretty much all the light attacks if you have Bull Goats. Bull Goat, you're gonna be able to use to tank, like, the great sword light attacks, that sort of stuff. But obviously, you need to meet some poise requirement. And if you don't meet the poise requirement, sometimes you're going to be able to tank, like, one attack out of two. So every 2 attack, you can tank an attack, which really makes no sense in my opinion. You know, I understand the concept of, like, poise counting, but for hyper armor, it's, like, pretty wonky. I definitely feel like FromSoft could really simplify a lot of their poise and hyper armor, like, across the board to make it, like, a unified system that's more simple. Like, basically having poise or just simply be, like, attack based. think he took the elevator. Not 100%, but I don't actually. Yeah, never mind. He doesn't really have a choice but to be there. Scary. Oh, you got a friend? The range on that surprised me. Roll moment. Insane. Good thing we can use that to protect ourselves. What? Where's my hit? Easy money. That blue was dead right there. Stop is moving in the anime direction. Duskblood seems like a superhuman vampire tarnished with insane jump movement and guns. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Jet. And I don't like that. I feel like they're getting away from what I like about these games. I just love that your name is Dusklord Mungus. Mungus, are you gonna change your name for the next From Software game too? If they announce another one, are you gonna change your name again? Because we might start calling it like the Mungus Curse at this point. Every time Mungus changes his name to something, it's just gonna be like not what we want. Oh man. Hope we're overreacting and Jetpack's exclusive to that NPC. Arsaru, no one is gonna play Duskblood anyway. Like, there's gonna be like 3 people playing that shit on Switch. I say 3 people as a joke, but seriously, like, it's definitely not gonna be popular. Like, there's just no way. Because it's not a game that appeals to casuals. It's not a game that appeals to casuals, and the hardcore PvP audience is tilted that it's on Switch. So it's like they really dropped the ball with Duskblood Mongus. Oh. By far the weirdest decision you've seen From Software make, even over Nightreign. Yeah, same here. I feel like FromSoft has always had this mentality of like making stuff that they want to make, like making fun games. And even then, like, you can see it on their hiring page if you ever go to like their website. Like, they put an emphasis on that philosophy of like making fun and interactive games. And I don't know, man. Duskblood seems like it's a game that's solely made because Nintendo fucking put money up front. That's what it feels like. It feels like someone clueless, not FromSoft, but like someone clueless at Nintendo said, like, let's have our own live service game. Oh yeah, let's make our live service with FromSoft. FromSoft always makes good games. So their live service is going to be great. So I feel like they put so much money that FromSoft couldn't refuse, and here we are. That's just my theory. Yeah, Nintendo flashed their tits, and FromSoft said, "Count me in." Flash their feet? Yeah, I think that, yeah, flash their feet. Thanks for correcting me, guys. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Nintendo flashed their feet and Miyazaki jumped for joy. You know what I think happened? I think the deal was made. They did not shake hands. I think they both removed their shoes and their socks, and they intertwined all of their toes and they shook feet. I think that's how the deal was made between Nintendo and FromSoft. So Miyazaki was very pleased. Like, he was willing to do anything for Nintendo at that point. You know a deal is serious when they shake feet like that. That's just how Miyazaki greets people. I could imagine Miyazaki being like this, you know, being very chill, you know, sitting at his desk like bare feet, with like one feet on his desk and like turning the page of a book with that feet. And just like using his feet that's on the desk to like do stuff while he's also doing other stuff with his hand. That's how I imagine Miyazaki. Oh, thanks for blocking that. Like I saw another one. Oh yeah, I did. There was another one. He literally made a vampire game for Nintendo. It seems very unoriginal compared to all the other From Software games. I mean, maybe you're right. Like, as far as being original, like, I'm gonna give FromSoft the benefit of the doubt for that. But I mean, it's clear at this point that most of the FromSoft fan base doesn't really care about PvP. It's pretty clear. And Duskblood being a PvP-centric game can be alright because there's still a lot of the FromSoft fan base that's, you know, into PvP just like us. Although it's very counterintuitive to release a PvP game on the platform that is the least attractive for the PvP crowd. It just doesn't really make sense. I think if they were to make a game for Nintendo and Nintendo made a deal for them, I think they should have made a single-player game. That's what I think. That's a lot of damage. Oh. Huge kill. So annoying, dude. I knew this wouldn't bleed me for this one. This was a tough one with all the spell spam. Like, I wanted to finish the host so badly, but I couldn't. The spell spam was so damn brutal that I just could not. That was crazy. Very difficult to win these, even if the opposition isn't very good. The spam makes it brutal. The R1 comes out shockingly fast on that thing. Yeah, dude. The R1 on this is very good. I mean, hammers are really good because you have like decent running attack. It's not great, but it's decent, I guess. Crouch attack is really good. R1 is really good. And then the stun on all your attacks are good to set up a flame strike as well. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty solid weapon. Very solid. And it does a lot of poise damage, not just a lot of stun. When's the Dragon Pimp coming back out? Maybe after Tarnished Edition. After Tarnished Edition, I'm gonna revise my build and gonna try to mix it up a little more. After making new builds, like set up my character so that I can have like multiple characters, so like switch to Fate, the Dex, the Magic. That's the goal. But right now I don't want to do it now because you don't know what Tarnished Edition is gonna bring. Like for instance, maybe the armor in Tarnished Edition is amazing and it's good fashion, and so I adapt all my builds for that armor. Or maybe that armor is mid and, you know, I still rock this. And so, depending on the new weapons and the new armors that Tarnished Edition brings, I'm going to be adapting my build around it. And so I just don't want it to do it twice because in this game it's so tedious to make builds. It takes so much time that I just only want to do it once. Like, we know some of the stats. Like, we know the one helmet's gonna have 13 poise, so a lot of us are hopeful. You're still waiting for when we revisit Clean Rot with buff? I'm assuming that it's gonna be fucking brutal. And when we do, it's gonna be hard to come back, probably. Oh my god. I saw them and I like... my fucking neurons activated. I'm like, oh, free pot. This guy is really good. Holy shit. This guy's good. Making build on Switch is going to be so painful. To be fair, X2, I'd rather have From Software games not give any chance for anyone to make builds like outside of the boundaries of the game, aka like duping, cheat engine, save editing. Like, I'd rather none of that stuff would be... I'd rather not have any of that stuff at all. But in the context where people can do it and no one can prevent it, then it's better for From Software to integrate a system within the game where people can buy stuff. Like in, let's say in Elden Ring, would be better if you could buy all the material you need from a merchant to upgrade like as many weapons as you want. And once you've beaten the game like once or twice, have all the weapons available at a merchant. Basically, make it so that you can make any build you want within the boundaries of the game, so that you don't have to use, let's say, cheat engine, duping, or farming for an unreasonable amount of time. I think that's what they should do. Oh, we hit the chain there. That was scary. The host here? Oh yeah, he is. Close. Wow, no hit there. Okay. Your Runark shop idea would be great to incentivize multiplayer. Well, it wasn't my idea. It was something that I've read in the YouTube comments, and I really thought it was a good idea, just like you. And I started like promoting that idea. It's like a Runark shop makes so much sense because it fixes a lot of the problems from the repetitiveness and the tediousness of farming. It also addresses the absence of reward that's in the game, because getting Runarks from PvP makes it so that you have an incentive to engage with the multiplayer, because there isn't really right now. And also, it does not really break the game in any way, shape, or form, or add like any complicated system. So it's basically like a simple improvement that could have a lot of upside. But I mean, right now, like, you know, we're talking, the game is pretty much set in stone. Like, nothing's gonna change at this point. We're just discussing this for fun at this time. We discussed this plenty, like, before they stopped the support. Like, they had a chance with the DLC to implement that. Like, because that feedback is old. Because for anyone who does multiplayer, like, Runarks are useless. Because we just have so many of them that we end up, like, discarding them. thought the host would be, oh no, the host is in front. That's a backstab in any other game. On PC, PvP other than seamless is in an unplayable state. That's just sad, dude. Like, the lack of care about the PC version is just sad to me. Like, PC version is basically saved by the community, by the modding community, really. Because otherwise, it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't be like that. Especially since Dark Souls 3 was fine on PC. And Armored Core 6 was so good on PC. Like, the Armored Core 6 at 120 FPS, you know, with fucking no frame drop, nothing, runs super smoothly. Like, FromSoft is able to do it. They've shown that they can. It's just really unfortunate that this is how Elden Ring landed on PC. Would you stream Dark Souls 2 PvP? I don't think I would go back to any of the previous Souls game, really. I think if I was to go back to any of the previous Souls game, it would probably be to, like, try out the single player again. Something like that. Where's the host? Vanilla now has problem where EAC doesn't recognize it's running. And you have to restart the whole game after, like, every invasion. Ugh. It literally just gave up on PC. Yeah, that's so sad. I would much rather have, like, PC version be the best version in every way so that I can just play on PC and enjoy my fucking kick-ass PC with my good graphics card and good CPU. But in my opinion, there's no point of playing this game on PC when you have the PS5. Actually, I say there's no point. The only point I could see is if you're more interested in the competitive scene. I mean, I think you'd probably gravitate at some point to the whole like den organization. That's really the only reason I could see. You do dueling shit on PC and invasions on PSN? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that makes sense. Or the mods? Yeah, or the mods. I don't really care about the mods for Souls games, I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, that's another reason. I'm mostly interested in Bethesda game mods, but I could see like this being a reason for a lot of players. Also unlocked FPS. Bro, that's cheating. Bro is like openly fucking admitting to cheating. Insane. That's another reason. That's actually the reason why I left PC with Dark Souls 3. Like, that was one of the reasons. Started suspecting, like, people were doing that. And, I mean, you can't really do anything about it, so... At least when you're playing on console, you know the other person can't have any of that. And once you got to a certain skill level in Dark Souls 3, like these little details, they mattered so much. Matters so much. Yeah, exactly, Odium. I'm sure there's a lot of people. One thing that's interesting, though, one thing that's interesting is I've seen recently that you can use external, like, frame-gen upscalers to, like, basically interpolate the frame rate for games that don't have this option. Like, for instance, oh, actually, I think it's called Smooth Motion by NVIDIA. I think you can use that to get, like, Elden Ring on PC at 120 FPS, but without changing the in-game frame rate. So basically, the extrapolation happens on your screen. And so you get increased input delay, but you get extra smoothness. I'd be curious to try that in Nightreign. I might actually see like what's up with that if I can try it on Nightreign. I know it adds latency, that's what I'm saying. That's not cheating. You're cheating, but that isn't cheating. That's why I think it's interesting. Like, you're cheating, but you don't seem to really care about it. And to me, like, if you're playing, like, any duels, that's just sad. Does the Armored Core 6 support 120 FPS? Yes, it did. I hope they support 120 in the future. That'd be really nice. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna do like a last invasion, and then we're gonna call it for today. We just reached 3 hours. It wasn't as bad, you know. It wasn't the most active day, but I think we got some good invasions in there, and we definitely got more comfortable with that hammer. It's a good weapon. I don't know what you guys think. I think I like it. But I mean, it is hyper armor, right? Like, hyper armor in this game is just, it do be like that. You don't mind it when you have hyper armor, but when you're facing someone that has better hyper armor than you, like that can take your hit, it's always annoying in this game, so. I think, though, the hyper armor is more annoying in this game, mainly because of how fast it starts, how hard it is to stun, and also how low the recovery is in this game. So even if you whiff punish fucking someone that whiffs with their hyper armor stuff, you can't even punish them. Like, the play when you get someone to whiff is you have to mix them up. And so it just defeats the whole skill expression to hyper armor. That's why I liked it in Dark Souls 3 and don't like it in Elden Ring. In Dark Souls 3, it was very risky to use hyper armor weapons. It was so easy to outspace and punish. There you go. Good invasion to end on. Alright. Well, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks, everyone, for coming by again. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the continued support. Alright. Alright, Vale. Take care of yourself, man. Thanks for being here again. Take care, bro. Audium, Chirico, X2, JPEG. Dude, Canuck, thank you so much, guys. You know, we still have the crew. Gladdy, thanks for being here, man. Everyone in chat on both the Twitch and the YouTube, Firekeeper. Thank you, everyone. I'll catch you guys up next time. Take care, guys. Okay. Let's see. We got... Do we have anyone playing Elden Ring? Dude, it's crazy how no one plays Elden Ring anymore. Every time I go to raid, there's either one person or no one. That's crazy. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, let's raid Desmond. I found someone to raid. That's chill. All right, take care, guys. You invaded motion. All right, I hope you brought your running shoes, bro. All right, take care, guys.